right now, I'm also joined by senior lawyer Swapnil Kothari. Kothari, sir, when we talk about a case like this, the Supreme Court has said that judges with political background have been appointed in the past. That's what we are hearing. But we'd like your perspective on this case. What can the petitioner hope for in such a situation?
Well, I think the petitioner should just, pull up his socks and go back and not bother about all of these things, because he's not going to be able to succeed. Judges with political affiliations, I mean, today, for example, I'm a practicing advocate. I have voted for the BJP, and I like Mr. Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister. The qualifications for appointment of judges under the Constitution are a certain age, 10 years of practice in a court, and I think a person must be a sane mind, to the best of my ability that I recall, and without any past background which is questionable, and of course he has to be a citizen of India. So I don't think to have a political affiliation, so if I like Narendra Modi, that I will be told that, sorry, because you like Narendra Modi, that means you like BJP, that means you'll pass judgments in favor of only people who love BJP. I mean, how absurd can an argument get? So obviously, just because we are all human beings, judges are also human beings, they also have biases. And I wouldn't call them biases, I would call them political opinion. But that does not mean that it will interfere in the dispensation of justice. So I believe that this petition to not let Victoria Gowri take the oath as the judge of the Madras High Court is a tad too far-fetched. It's arbitrary. I think it's part of that entire gang which tends to attack the collegium system. This is not an attack on Victoria Gowri, to the best of my knowledge. This is, or as I see it as more of an attack on the collegium system, which recommended her name to the centre, and which I believe the centre also approved. And somebody now has a problem with her taking oath. So obviously, this is a well-calculated, orchestrated attempt to thwart the collegium system as much as possible, either through remarks against the Supreme Court and the collegium system, or either through these kind of frivolous, bogus petitions. So I'm not so sure as to what sort of an advantage the petitioner would gain, except some sort of, 3 minutes of media limelight and, some sort of a hearing before the Supreme Court. But I believe that this petition will be quashed. It will not be allowed. And Justice Victoria Gowri would be allowed to take oath, if not today, maybe at some point. I don't think even that the Supreme Court should be granting even a stay on this. It should decide the matter before 10:35 a.m., as and when she's expected to take the oath. I believe that's the time that when she's expected to take the oath, and that's how it should stand.